Hey guys, it's me. Welcome back to the garden. Today I'm coming. I don't know why I just got scrambled up like that. But anyway, today I'm coming with another story time. I hope y'all like my other story time. I just thought I'd share some of my stories. So I hope I'm not boring. I know the other one I wasn't as enthusiastic. If I keep looking over to the left, it's because I'm waiting for an email. Because it's a very important email. So I'm looking for an email, but I decided I'd do a story time since I'm up, because I got up early to do this little meeting thing. But y'all know sis is sleeping. For some reason, when I have something to do the next day, I can't sleep the night before, which I already don't sleep good. But if I have something to do, oh honey, it's over. So anyway, today I'm going to give y'all a story time on why I believe in love at first sight, okay? I know some people are like, oh, I don't believe in love at first sight. I know that's not true, but I always like to give y'all a backstory and then go to when it started, okay? So, yeah, it'll be a better understanding, because I don't like to leave nothing in between, because if you know anything like me, you want to know the whole story. Like, baby, give us the whole story, because this is not the whole story. So, anyway, this is why I believe in love at first sight, okay? So, this started back in 1993. 1993. So back in 1993, me and my cousins, we were all really young, honey, vibrant, adored, and in them streets. When I say the streets, I don't mean out doing something. I mean like going out, just having a good time. We were extremely close. We did everything together. It was unbelievable, if you want to know the truth. So we were all cousins. We all hung out. And majority of the time, if somebody dated someone, y'all know how it was. They would be like, oh, he got a homeboy. You know, which I've never, but I'm just going to give y'all the story first. So it always was, oh, he got a homeboy. So if you want to, so somehow we just always were linked together as cousins. We were cousins and sisters. Like my oldest sister, and then my cousins, which is weird because it was like my older cousin's kids, if that makes sense. It was my older cousin kids, and we just all hung out. Okay, so it was about I don't know how many of us, but it was all of us. Our kids were even around the same age. We even were pregnant. Some of us were pregnant at the same time. So we were like, we were more like siblings than cousins. But anyway, so to get to the first love story. So my auntie was decided that she would move to Pleasant Grove. So I don't know if y'all are familiar with Dallas, but she moved to Pleasant Grove. And so she moved to these apartments in Pleasant Grove, and wherever one went, like I said, all went. So my auntie moved over there first, and then my cousin moved over. Or was it my cousin, then my auntie? Either way, somehow they both lived in the same apartments. One lived on one side of the apartments, the other one lived on the other side of the apartments. And so at that time, I had just my oldest son, who was, he wasn't even 1 yet. And so by him not being 1 yet, I wasn't even looking to date, if you want to be truthful, because of the experience that I had. Not that, I'll put it this way, not that his dad was bad to me or mean to me or anything like that. I think we just had kind of grew apart because he was from another state. And so we had grew apart and just kind of went our separate ways, basically. So I stayed here, which is, this could be probably a whole nother story time, because when I was younger, my mom moved us to Louisiana. That's how I ended up meeting him and all that right there. And then we moved back. And so I had my son here. My son was not 1 yet. I put it that way. He wasn't even 1 yet. And so we would go over there. I wasn't looking to date. Actually, that was more of my, I don't know what I would call it, because I wasn't dating anyone. And I wasn't just out there like that. You know, I tell on myself, because nobody never been to tell my truth. I tell them my own self. So I wasn't like, never was just out there like that. And I wasn't dating anyone. I wasn't with anyone at that time. And grown people know what I mean. So I wasn't being with anyone. I wasn't with anyone at that time. And I think I may have, a couple of people may have had a crush on me, and I probably talked on the phone or something, but it was nothing serious or nothing like that. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I said, I keep checking my email because I want to make sure if my email come through, I'm going to have to put y'all on mute and then I'm going to have to come back, okay? Okay, but anyway. So, like I said, my aunt stayed on one end, my cousin stayed on one end. So we kind of went back and forth over we walked back and forth. And we're all dominant girls. So if whoever lived somewhere, we would pretty much come over and hey, we were not no bad looking chicks. I'm not bragging on my family. I'm just saying we were not no bad looking chicks. And when we came, when they moved over there and we all gathered over there, it was known that we was there. Let's just say that it was known that we was there, because we were not no bad looking girls. And I mean, there is no such thing really as no bad. I wouldn't say bad looking girls, but we were some nice girls, and so it was noticeable. You got a crowd of pretty thick chicks, and they just came over here and then like a pack of wolves. So anyway, it was always this guy that drove a blue car that I didn't even really notice. Like I said, I wasn't looking for nobody. My son was little, and I just wasn't looking for nobody. So it was this guy that drove this blue car. So you would see him all the time because at that time I'm assuming he was popular, which was not a turn on to me, which was something that I wasn't interested in. I'm not the type that like a popular guy. I'm not the type that want the guy that has the most money. I'm not the guy that wants the guy to get all the shine, the attention, all the jewelry. I've never been that type of girl. I'm still not. I've never been that type of girl. I don't like that. I like a hold on, y'all. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Why I'm sitting up here acting like I'm just so professional. I'm waiting for an email, a very important email. Okay, but yeah, so it's this guy that drove this blue car. I can't remember what type of car it was, but it was the older, was it a Cutlass or something? I don't know. I'll ask now. I'll just put it in the description over here somewhere. But anyway, he drove a blue car. Didn't even really see him that much at first. Didn't really pay attention to him. Just drove a blue car. Not, like I said, not interested in no popular guy. Not impressed. Those things don't impress me. What impressed me is taking me out, treating me like a girl. Stuff like, when I say take me, I mean like to dinner, to the movies, stuff like that wasn't. I like this stuff like that. I don't need you to treat me like I'm just your little side slut, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I didn't like being treated like that. I just didn't. I was young at that time, and I had been with my son's father since I was 13, and till I had my son. But anyway, so I wasn't interested. So okay, so my cousin started my cousin started dating this guy over there, and she was like, "Oh, well, his friend want to meet you." Okay, let's keep in mind, I don't like hookups. I don't like hookups either, because just because your friend cute, it'd be just my luck that I get the wrong one. But that's not the point. The point is that no, okay, not interested. So she kept trying to tell me about this guy. Well, okay, so I found out, just like, okay, what guy? The guy in the blue car. Don't want to talk to him. Okay, not interested, because I assumed, I thought, could have been, could not have been, I don't know. I assumed he went with a girl that was over there. I wasn't interested. Like I said, I was just 21, 22-ish, something like that. I ain't got time for that. And the average 21, 22 probably was out partying and having a good time and whatever it was. I don't get me wrong, I did party and have a good time, but I had a son too. So anyway, so finally he was a nice guy though. He was a really that she was dating. He was a really nice guy. I really liked him, and so he used to would come up to my cousin's house and see her all the time. So finally one day he said he wanted me to meet somebody, and I said who? Like I was saying, him and her had said. So I just finally just gave in. Okay, who? The guy in the blue car? No, don't want to meet him. Don't want to talk to him. Don't he got a girlfriend? So he was so adamant. No, he don't have a girlfriend. He don't have a girlfriend. He's single. Which we know that probably was a lie. Okay? It probably was a lie. So I finally said, I don't know what made me say it. But I finally said, because I wasn't interested. Like I said, I'm not interested in a guy that is a popular guy that everybody wants to talk to. I'm not impressed by those type of guys. I'm still not easily impressed, okay? Not like that. The things that guys that probably impress me, the average guy probably wouldn't think to do. Meaning that, baby, you can take me to go give me a blue coconut snow cone. Okay? Stuff like that means something to me. I like stuff like that. So I'm real, I don't know what you'll call it. Okay, hold on one more time. Okay, y'all, this is ridiculous. I was gonna try to just leave it alone, but anyway, I had got approved for the Dr. Phil virtual audience, but somehow I don't know if they got my link messed up, but what they keep going back, we keep kind of going back and forth, and I'm trying to tell y'all this story time because now I'm in the middle of the story, and now I would like to tell y'all the story because I ain't never told the story to nobody but my kids. Okay. Okay, so I had to go and tell y'all that so I can quit looking like I'm crazy when my eye keep going to the left like I got something going on over here. So I've been going back and forth with them on the email trying to figure out what's going on my LinkedIn. Moving on. So I finally just said, okay, let me go and meet this guy. Okay, please. So we can just leave this alone. Just go and leave it alone. He want to meet you. This guy want to meet you. That's what he said. I want you to meet this guy. He want to meet you. So he probably had saw us out and about because, like I said, me and my cousin, one stayed on one side of the apartments, the other ain't my cousin and my auntie stayed on opposite end of the apartments. So we would have to walk through the apartment. We didn't know nobody over there. Didn't care to meet nobody over there either because there was so many of us. We was I ain't gonna call us no gang, but it was we was a bunch. That sound better? Okay, we weren't no gang. We was a bunch, and so we would walk back and forth. And of course, you know, it's some new girls over here, honey. Some new chicks, some thick ones, like my friends from the Bachelor and they thick. Okay, and so we would go back and forth from their houses, and so, like I said, I finally said, okay. Now I'm doing some rambling because I'm getting confused because I keep looking over there. But I hope that's not irritating y'all. Okay. Okay. And I'm getting text messages that keep popping up on the side that I keep on trying to read. Okay, so let me go and wrap this on up. So I don't want this to be no long dragged out story because it don't need to be a long dragged out story because it ain't that long. Okay. So my cousin said that her boyfriend wanted me to meet somebody. Her boyfriend said, I want you to meet somebody. And then her boyfriend said that he wanted to meet me. So I said, okay. So I was up to my cousin's house. I made the agreement. And so he was like, okay, he gonna come up there now. Because my cousin's boyfriend, we just loved him. Everybody liked him. He was like a family too. So he was like, okay, he gonna come up there. Or I don't know if he just made his own decision that I'm just gonna, I don't know how it came, but he knocked on the door. How about I answer the door? How about instantly? And I am not, people don't believe it. Honey, I've been married to him for 25 years now. But you can't keep the same story if it's a lie. If it's a lie, you don't keep the same story. And that's just what that is. Anybody that can listen to this story that know that I've said it to my kids or something like that gonna know it's the same story. It's not like I tell it all the time. It's just when somebody say they don't believe in love at first sight, I always think back to that day. Instantly, which is weird to me. And I only believe, anybody that know that I'm not easily convinced either. You can't tell me nothing. I need to see for myself. I need verification. Depends on who's saying it to me. You can't just tell me anything. I'm not the one. Mm-mm. You can't piss in my cereal and tell Miss Milk. No, I need to see for myself. Okay? So, instantly I opened the door. Y'all, to me, he was the cutest little thing. I was like, I had never, not that I had anything against, I had never dated a dark guy. I don't know if, and I don't, my son's father is maybe my color or a little bit, he could be a little bit lighter than me. And at that time, I guess I was just young, so how many people could I have possibly dated anyway? So my son's father was a little bit, maybe a little bit lighter than me. Well, I'm not light, I'm brown. So he was lighter than me. And then this was a dark guy that tried to talk to me. And I never had anything against no color guy. But I'm just telling you because I'm giving you a feel. I'm taking you to my world of what this guy looked like, okay? So I opened the door, and then he was a dark-skinned guy. Had like a, was that a box? Oh, I ain't even say it. I think it was a box. I think it was a box or something. I think it was a box. And if I'm not mistaken, he had like some jeans and a purple little hoodie or zip up or something. And it was cold outside at that time, so I instantly knew without a shadow of a doubt that, honey, look, sis, and it wasn't sexual, because like I said, I wasn't that type of person where I was like, ooh, I feel like I want to go. That's not what I felt. That's not what I felt. It was almost unexplainable. So when I started, we talked or whatever, and we just, I don't even remember what we was talking about, if you want to know the truth. I think it was just probably basic conversation. I'm sure I probably asked, is that your girlfriend that down this little hill right here? Is that your girlfriend? Because here's my thing. Let me explain that. If I ask you, are you dating someone or do you have a girlfriend? Whatever your answer is at that time right there, that's the answer. You can't tell me tomorrow, nothing different. You can't tell me later on today. You can't tell me no time, okay? So whatever your answer was right then, that's your answer. And that's the only thing I can go by. And that's how I live by today. So you can be honest. I always tell my boys, you can be honest, you can be truthful. If a woman want to talk to you, she's still going to talk to you. I promise you. I promise. You ain't got to lie to her. You ain't got to feed her no bull. If she want to talk, she's still going to talk to you. Even if you told her you had a girlfriend, if she want to talk to you, she's still going to talk to you. Okay? So you ain't really got to lie to her. Be truthful about everything. That way you don't have to be caught up in nothing. So when I asked him, was that his girlfriend, whether she was or wasn't, when he said no, it was no for me. Because that's the only thing I can go. Actually, that's the only thing you can go by anyway. And I'm positive, like I said, I'm almost positive. I asked him, was that your girlfriend? He said no. So let your no be no and your yes be yes. So anyway, we do all this little talking, and I don't even know, like I said, I don't know what we talked about. And it was cold outside that day, and I think I made a hat on her, because I assumed I was going to do you know, I just step out there right quick. Baby, let me get this over with. Let me step outside right quick. Go on and talk, or whatever it was that I was going to do, and get over with. So I think I probably had threw on probably a little sweater, a jacket or something that was really. But anyway, he asked me, was I cold? So I said, yeah, I feel so shy to even say this. It wasn't bad, but you know how somebody, it's going to sound weird. No, it's not going to sound weird, but actually it was kind of cute. So he asked me, did I want to zip up like in his jacket, which I know that you could have just gave me the jacket, that you was really being kind of flirty. Really, you wanted me, you're trying to get close to me, so you wanted me to zip up if I wanted to get his jacket, because at that time big clothes were in. If you remember, honey, I'm old. I'm almost to my 50s, so I'm older. But they was wearing big clothes then, like they was getting them starched down, the big clothes, the big hoodies and all that. So I could actually fit in there. And at that time, I think I was like 119, 120. I wasn't that big anyway. So anyway, we have our little conversation, we have our little talk. And so the end of the night was over, and I said, okay, and I think he got the number. I don't remember how. Oh, gave me his beep. They had beepers at that time. Oh, I didn't tell him my whole age. So I think they had, I know for a fact they had beepers at that time, and them big old cell phones that looked like a bottle of water or something, or bigger, a 2 liter. So we got each other's number, and I remember going back in the house, and you know how you close the door? You close the door, and I was like, oh my God, I am in love with him. And I went to the back, because we used to be in the back room, because my cousins, well, my auntie, my cousin stayed. We had a back room that she gave us that we baby said something. We slept together on the floors. Everybody had a cover. Everybody had everything. So we slept back there in the back. I think it was at first it was a couch or something back there. I think. And so I went back there and I told them that I was in love with him, because I've always been brutally honest. So I don't know if they believed me though, but I did. And that's how and why I believe in love at first sight. Because from the time I opened that door, that was pretty much it for me. That was pretty much it for me. To each his own. Some may believe it, some may not. I'm not telling the story to get confirmation. I'm telling you that it was love at first sight for me from the time I saw him. And so after that, but like I said, I closed the door. I was like, oh my God, I'm loving him. I went back there, I told my cousins. I was like, y'all, like, I can't remember which one it was, because like it was a lot of us. So I don't remember which ones was back there. But I went back there and told them that I was in love with him. And so I guess I just formed in my I'll be back, y'all. Okay, y'all. If I look like I'm in a different position, because I'm probably am. I stopped so I can be in the Dr. Phil virtual audience, which means I have been on since I first started this video. So from 10 this morning till 4 o'clock. I just got out from doing that. We had to film 2 shows. I don't even know why I left off at. But anyway, I'm just going to start here. So I think I was pretty much already done. I was telling y'all about why I believe in love at first sight. And I'm not trying to, convince nobody or make nobody feel like there's no such thing as love at first sight. I'm just telling you my story and what I felt in my heart and what I know. And people that know me know me. That I'm gonna be brutally honest, and it is what it is. So at the end of the day, the moral of the story is I believe in love at first sight, because when I first saw my husband, I knew that I loved him. Like it just was just something it just happened, and that was 7 years ago. I think it's 27, something like that. As a matter of fact, my husband is the one that gave my son his first haircut. So when my baby turned 1, so my son is going to be 29. So my oldest son is going to be 29. When I met him, my baby wasn't even 1 yet. So he turned 1, he gave his first haircut. So that tell you how long ago that was. So that's just my story on how I met him and why I believe in love at first sight. And so I'm not saying that we never broke up, like stuff like that. I'm just telling you the beginning of the story of why I believe in love at first sight. So that's why I believe in love at first sight. It's because when I first saw him, I loved him. It was instantly. I instantly loved him. I instantly just knew. First of all, he was my boy. I already made him my boyfriend. Okay, so this is my boyfriend right here. I'm telling the truth. So that was that. And that's why I believe in love at first sight. So if you have a love at first sight story, please share that with us. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow me on TikTok, Miss Mimi, ME1. I don't even know all the other social media about her, because that's what me is for. But of course, me is not here because I started doing this little story time thing now. So, but I will say this, that no matter how many times that we have when I call ourselves going our little separate ways or breaking up and all the little obstacles and things. And I'll talk about more things that have happened and went on in my life. I'm not saying things have been perfect or nothing. I'm just sticking to the storyline, which is this one. And I can always say that no matter what, I have always loved him. So, and I'm sure that I always will. I have 3 kids by this man, and he's been a father to my oldest son So I will always love and appreciate him for being the man that he are. And sometimes when you grow up with somebody, they may not necessarily know how to be um, in a relationship or how to be a husband because you're kids at that time. Not that that's no excuse, but you're 21, you're 22. You may not have got there yet, and you may not have been ready. So I can always say that he may not have always, we may not have always known how to be husband and wife, but he has always known how to be a father. And so he's been a father to my son, my oldest son that is not his, and plus my sons that are his. I have 2 sons and 1 daughter by him. All my kids are grown, 28. I got so many, I don't even know if I should go from top to the bottom to the top, whichever way is easy for me. My only daughter is 22. Make sure y'all go over there and watch that video, how I almost died giving birth to my best friend. So my daughter's 22, and then I have a son that's 25 and a son that's 26, and they're 10 months apart. And then I have a 28-year-old, and he'll be 29 this year. So go over there and watch that story about that. And then tell me how y'all like this story time about believing in love at first sight. And if you love somebody and if you believe in love at first sight, leave your comments below. Some people may not believe in love at first sight. And like I said, I'm not trying to cause a conflict or argument. I'm just telling you about love at first sight for me. Okay? Okay. So that's it. That's the end of this story. Make sure, again, have y'all come in, have you subscribed, have you liked? Oh, and let me know how y'all like my natural. I mean, like I said, I did it last night, so I can look decent on the Dr. Phil show. But I've been sitting in this room all day, filming up against this closet like it's a backdrop. And so I'm natural. So it's easy for, if my hair starts sweating, it's going to instantly turn into an afro. And make sure y'all watch the video where I put the little color right here because I wanted to add just a little color. So hopefully it don't look too, I ain't going to comment on myself because y'all been came for me. But anyway. So, I think that's all I had to say. I hope that's the end of the story. Because I don't remember why I left out because I've been gone for about 4 or 5 hours now trying to do this show. So, hopefully, it was interesting. Hopefully, y'all liked it. Hopefully, I can do more story times and tell y'all different things. I probably got some good ones that was just good to me. But y'all just might like them. I don't know. But anyway, love y'all. Hopefully y'all come and continue to support us. We're almost to reach our 4,000 watch hours. And so we so proud of ourselves. Make sure you share our videos. If it's something that can be encouraging to your other friends, make sure you share them. Make sure you watch them. Play our videos. Get us. If you have a YouTube channel, leave that down below so we can support you also. We believe in support. I don't think you should ask people for anything that you're not willing to give. So we don't have a problem with watching other people's videos and being supportive because it's not easy as you think. And if you watch the video before this, you'll know that I talked about how I just assumed it would be so easy, so simple because it's free. But it's not. So just make sure y'all be supportive, and we want to support y'all, and we love y'all, and thank you for you coming into the garden and listening to my story. So I'll be back again with another story time. Just tell me how it go. I'll keep them coming, baby. I'll keep them coming because who got some stories. No, I'm just messing with y'all. But love y'all. Peace in the Middle East. And a bottle of hair grease. Blue Magic at that. That's what make your hair grow. Bye.